Chief Mark Nichols announced that Detective Todd Krause was named the Roseburg Police Officer of the Year. Detective Krause was chosen by his peers for his consistent, superior job performance and contributions to the department in his role as trainer, investigator, and drug recognition expert. The department assisted in a number of major cases, most notably the 10-year-old case of Stephanie Condon's disappearance. After the discovery of Stephanie's remains and the formation of a county-wide task force, the prime suspect was arrested, returned to Douglas County, where he is awaiting trial. Personnel were kept busy, not only with the major move to the new Public Safety Center, but responded to over 19,000 calls for service. They made 4,200 arrests, wrote almost 6,000 traffic citations, issued over 18,000 warnings, investigated 3,827 crimes, and nearly 4,900 non-criminal incidents. During budget discussions, the school district and city officials agreed to continue providing a school resource officer to Roseburg High School, although at a reduced level, and the Roseburg Area Youth Services, known as RAISE, and the Youth Court continue to have a positive influence on the lives of our youth offenders, achieving a 91.2 success rate. The community and the department once again benefited from the 11 members of the Volunteers in Police Service program, contributed over 3,200 hours. These VIPs issued 453 warnings for handicap parking violations, performed 83 vacation house checks, conducted foot patrols of the downtown area, assisted with traffic control at special events, and helped with the move to the new Public Safety Center. The Public Works Department, under the direction of Director Nikki Messinger, reported several highlights for 2009. Parks and Recreation took part in the statewide Oregon 150 celebration by participating in the Great Oregon Tree Plant, an event that drew over 50 volunteers to the Stewart Park nature area. The staff also teamed up with Cascade Community Credit Union to design and install new signs on the bike path system. The signage now shows the entire path network, indicates the user's location, and gives information about whichever park they are currently in. Through a partnership with the U.S. Cellular, the inaugural season of Movies in the Park, an annual series of free movies, began. The department also received a grant to fund the Stewart Park Playground renovation project, which will be used in 2010 to replace the existing play structure. The Water Department substantially completed reports that can be used to guide the city's ability to provide treated water for future population growth. And finally, the long-anticipated Vine Street Improvement Project was finished. The project featured the installation of curbs, gutters, sidewalks, street lighting, and storm drains, as well as water main replacement between Alameda and Meadow Streets. Staff will continue to work on sustainable funding for the pavement management program through franchise fees and other new revenue sources. As we look back on 2009, we have a lot to be proud of, but this is also a time to look ahead to what 2010 will bring. More challenges, more goals, and ultimately, more successes. The police and the fire departments will have to make further adjustments as they settle into their new center. More work needs to be done on the airport, and if successful, the Connect Oregon 3 grant will provide funds to lengthen the runway to 5,000 feet while relocating the taxiway to meet federal aviation safety guidelines. We will also be investigating the concept of forming a nonprofit organization made up of airport users to contract with the city to provide airport management services. Traffic congestion will continue to be a focus. We need to study options for improving the traffic congestions by Stevens Street and Diamond Lake Boulevard, along with the environmental aspects on Highway 138. We also need to continue support for the reinstatement of the Corp Switchyard grant as a means for relocating the railroad switching yard. The downtown area will be also a focus. We will continue efforts to redevelop the former downtown Safeway store and Rite Aid properties, hopefully bringing a major grocery store to the area. Work will progress on the Mill Pine Historic Neighborhood Master Plan, the Waterfront Redevelopment Plan, the Urban Growth Boundary Expansion, and the Main Street Program. Through the Resource Assistance for Rural Environments, the city also hopes to provide more housing downtown as part of our continued efforts at revitalizing this area. We look forward to completion of the Costco construction in late fall of 2010. We will support the development of the Roseburg Incubation Center by the Cow Creek Tribe. Through a $2.7 million grant, the former DC Co-op building will become a place where new businesses can utilize technology to help foster growth and development. When completed, this project should be a great addition to our downtown riverfront development. And finally, we will continue to work with the Douglas County officials and the VA administration to bring the next Oregon State Veterans Retirement Home to the Roseburg campus. This home would serve a minimum of 200 veterans and provide much-needed employment opportunities for our residents. Once again, I'd like to thank our city employees, our council members, volunteers, and everyday citizens who have continuously worked and supported the many projects that make Roseburg one of the best small towns in Oregon. And there's your report.